श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादम् शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। गुकारस्त्वन्धकारो वै ऋकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते। सदाशिवः समारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रम् नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम् मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते। पंचकोशाः के अन्नमयः प्राणमयः मनोमयः विज्ञानमयः आनन्दमयः च इति अन्नमयः कः अन्नरसेनेव भूत्वा अन्नरसेनैव वृद्धिं प्राप्य अन्नरूपं पृथिव्यां यत् विलीयते तत् अन्नमयः कोशः स्थूलशरीरम् प्राणमयः कः प्राणाद्याः पञ्चवायवः वागादिन्द्रियं पञ्चकम् प्राणमयः कोशः मनोमयः कोशः कः मनः च ज्ञानेन्द्रियपञ्चकं मिलित्वा भवति स मनोमयः कोशः विज्ञानमयः कः बुद्धिः च ज्ञानेन्द्रियपञ्चकं मिलित्वा भवति स विज्ञानमयः कोशः आनन्दमयः कः एकम् एव कारणशरीरभूत अविद्यास्थः शरीरभूत अविद्यास्थः मलिनसत्त्वम् प्रियादिवृत्तिः सहितं सत् आनन्दमयः कोशः एतत् कोशपञ्चकम् Question was asked, Tattvabodha-19 kaha? In Guruji has replied, Atma Satyah Tat Anyat Sarvam Mithya. So only the truth is Atma, and other than everything is Mithya. Then again student has asked, Kaha Atma? What is that Atma? Then Guruji has replied, what is not Atma? So he says, what is not Atma? So he says, Sthula Sukshma Karan Sharirat Vyatiriktaha. So Atma is not Sthula Sukshma Karan Sharira. Then again he says, Atma is not Panchakosha because it's beyond Panchakosha. Again, Atma is just witness of three states, Jagrat, Sapna and Sushupti. And last says, the real nature of Atma is Satchidananda Rupa. Then student has taught one by one what is Sthula Sukshma Kara Sharira. Guruji has replied. Again he is asked what is the meaning of avastha, what are the avastha and how can we witness. That also Guruji has replied. And last one is under discussion is Atma is beyond Panchakosha. So one by one, that student has been asking what are the Panchakoshaha? Then that answer has been replied, Annamaya Pranamaya, Manomaya Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. Total 5 Koshaha, where we are committing mistake, consider oneself as Atma. So Panchakoshaha. Then one by one, what is the Annamaya? Again Teacher has replied, one who is made up of the juice of Anna, again it also Vruddhim Prapya. So it also grows because of Anna Rasa and again go back inside the Prithvi, which is the form of Anna Rasa. This is called Annamaya Koshaha. Pranamaya means there are 5 physiological activities. Keep on going inside the body is Pranamaya and plus Pancha Karmendriya. So Pancha Pranaha, 5 physiological activity plus Vagendriya Panchakam, 5 organs of action is equal to Pranamaya Kosha. Then again he is asked, Manomaya Kosha Kaha. What is the Manomaya? Then he says mind plus 5 sense organ. So Manavaja Gnanendriya Panchakam is called Manomaya Kosha. Again they will ask what is the quality of mind. They say Sankalpa Vikalpatmaka Manaha. Who keep on doubting, one who cannot take right decision is called mind, and along with 5 sense organs are called Manomaya Kosha. And last we have seen Gnanamaya Kaha. Then again teacher has replied, Buddhi plus Gnanendriya Panchaka. Buddhi means our intellect plus 5 sense organ militva. Both combined and whatever available is called Vijnanamaya Kosha that we have seen last. So same Gnanendriya again gives all data into the Buddhi and Buddhi takes decision. What sense organ has given is called this object. The name of object is this, are called Buddhi. So I have written the Buddhi means who taking decision. Nishchayatmika antahkaran vritti is called Buddhi. And what is the speciality of Vijnanamaya Kosha that we have to careful? We have said Vijnanaha means decision, and always when we take decision, it's called Ahankara. And at that time also I have said there are two types of Ahankara. One Ahankara, one who has something is called Ahankara is 2 types. One, identification with body, mind, sense complex. And we declare I am fat, I am tall. Again, this I am is Ahankara. Again, if we say I am hungry, I am thirsty. Again, Ahankara, I am dukhi, I am sukhi is Manomaya Ahankara. This all Ahankara takes place in Vijnanamaya Kosha. In another Ahankara we have seen, whatever we have some speciality. Some Pandit, some says I am a Pandita. Somebody says I am very good businessman. Somebody says I have studied this much. I am a doctor. It is called another type of Ahankara. But whenever Shastra says this person is Ahankari, the meaning is always one who are born always identify oneself with body, mind, sense complex. This is called Ahankara. Nothing else according to Shastra. So that we have seen, if one consider I am limited, I am subject to die, I am not good, this all confusion at Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya. And again, we know the limitation of our Sthula Sharira. We know there are a problem in physiological activity, and even we know there are lots of conflicts, confusion in my mind. And then we decide at all level I have problem and I am not sukhi. So I am not happy. So for that, what these or Buddhi starts thinking, where would be the happiness? Then this Buddhi thinks happiness available in the forms of object. In the world, happiness is available when we have good company with people, then I can have happy. These all wrong notions. are possible at Vijnanmaya Kosha. That's why Vijnanmaya Kosha is very much important to understand. That's why last we have seen, if Atma means myself, if person thinks I am unhappy, and that's why we are always moving in the world. Please talk with me, I will be happy. Please send SMS to me on WhatsApp, then I will be happy. There are many type of confusion. So all notions, decision take place at intellect level. This this decision regarding to body mind sense complex is never correct. This is called Vijnanamaya Kosha. Consider myself, this decision take place. So how can we come out from this ahankara to body mind sense complex? Then again is called, we have to surrender to Ishvara. We can say, I know everything is given in Shastra, but still we have to use same intellect. We have to use same mind to know I am not mind, even I am not intellect. So that's why our buddhi has to surrender to Ishvara. Buddhi has to surrender to Shastra as a pramana. Then slowly our buddhi will accept whatever is given in Shastra is the truth. Last we have seen in Rudram, every day we chant, there is a one line, Sutaya Ahantyaya Vananam Pataye Namah. The name of Bhagwan one is Suta, there is a Ahantya Vananam Pataye. We are not interested in Ahantyaya right now, and even Vananam Pataye, but we are interested in Sutaya. So what is the meaning of Suta? There are two meanings. Just now it's Suta, When Su is short, Sutaha is called, that's why from maybe son. Putra is called Suta, but at that time it is a Rasva. Putraha. Suta means daughter. Pavana Suta, Pavana Putra, Pavana Suta. We used to say. And this is a Suta. Is equal to Sarathi. Is called charioteer. Like Bhagwan became a charioteer of Arjuna in Mahabharata, we can say, Bhagwan, you have given me Sharira. Is like a Ratha, chariot. You have given Buddhi. Man, Pragraha, means is like a rain. You have given me Buddhi, is equal to Sarathi. You have given me sense organ. Gnanendriyani is equal to Pancha horse, five horses. So it's almost like this. So now you become a Sarthi of this given body, then everything will be taken care by Ishvara. Otherwise, always this Vijnanmaya Kosha is very smart. It can play trick with us, and what we are thinking, it comes out as a ahankar. We have seen this much. Now, Anandamaya Kosha Kaha. Today we have to see this. So what is Anandamaya Kaha? Guruji has replied, Evam eva, in this manner only. What is the Anandamaya Kosha? So given two, he says, Karana Sharira Bhuta Avidyastha Malina Sattvam is called Anandamaya Kosha, and another is called Priyadi Vritti Sahitam, along with three type of vritti, three type of our thoughts, what we experience are called Anandmaya Kosha. One we have to remember again, Maya. First time I have seen the meaning of Maya means in abundance. Otherwise is a modification. So here again, Anandamaya is modification of happiness. Sometimes we say, I am Ananda Swarupa. So whatever we experience, even if we give name Ananda, that is not we. Always I used to say, whatever we experience is always experiencer is different from experienced. So we experience three type of happiness in our mind. It is called Anandamaya. That's why Atma is not Anandamaya. Here people are committing mistake. When it's going Samadhi, they say, I have experienced myself. If we experience in Samadhi, then this experience should not go. If your real Swarupa is always with us, but if we experience something in Dhyan or in Samadhi, that experience will come, that experience will go. So this is not our Swarupa. That's why always remember what we experience in our mind, that is also kosha only, where we are committing mistake. So I say, Guruji has given two type of explanation. Anandmaya kosha is equal to nothing but karan sharira bhut avidyastha malina sattva. So first karan sharira bhut. Again, Karan Sharir we have seen in our Avastha, Sthula Sukshma Karan. So we know Karan Sharira is equal to nothing but ignorance only, Agnanam. Avidya Staha. Staha means Tishtati, available, remain, abide, whatever we give the name. So where this Anandamaya Kosha is available, so it says Avidya Staha. Somebody says, now where are you staying? So you can say ashramastha. Suppose we say ashramastha means ashrame tishtati is called ashramastha. If we say gruhe tishtati, then it's called gruhastha. One who reside in the home is called gruhastha. And one right now you say, where are you living? We are ashramastha. So nobody will understand, but you give the reply. Ashramastha means we are available in our ashram. Same way, where this Anandamaya Kosha available. So Guru says it, avidyastha. It resides where? In ignorance. But malina sattva. This is impaired sattva guna. This Anandamaya Kosha, we will see all in detail. It is called Anandamaya Kosha. And second thing is Anandamaya Kosha is degree of different type of experience. This is why degree of happiness we experience in our mind is called Priya Adi Vritti Sahita. So what is Priya Adi? So I read it. It is given in Taittiriya Upanishad. So they have taken from this Priya Vritti, Moda Vritti, Pramoda Vritti. The three we have. So now we will see one by one. What is Karan Sharira Bhuta? What is Avidyastha? And what is the meaning Bhagavan would like to convey? Malina Sattva and again Priyadi Vritti. What are these? Here it is written Karana Sharira Bhuta. That's why we have seen actually Karana Sharira Bhuta. Bhut is equal to not Bhuta Pishach Nikat nahi aave. Bhut means in the form of Karan Sharira. Whenever Bhut Bhuta Shabda comes last, in Sanskritam, the meaning of Bhutaha means in the form of. You have to understand the meaning in the form of. So what is Anandamaya Koshaha? It says Karana Sharira Bhuta. It is in the form of Karan Sharira. Then we say, what is the Karan Sharira? It is called Agnana. It's a Karan Sharira, in where we experience Agnana. So that's I have written in deep sleep. What we experience is Agnana. And again we analysis Nidra. Then at that time, so where we feel Anandamaya Koshaha, so in Nidra, we can feel this Anandamaya. That's why it is given here. So where can we feel? Let me tell you. Yeah. So here, we can feel Anandamaya Koshaha at two levels. One, in Sushupti. In another, in Jagrata. So in Sushupti, how we can feel this Anandamaya Kosha? Because there is no identification with body, mind, sense complex. And we are talking about Kosha, so we can say there is no identification with Annamaya up to Vijnanmaya. So all are absent. So that's why we feel always fine in Anandamaya. So always Sushupti is Anandamaya Kosha. And here they have given the degree of happiness. But here in this world, they have given where we can experience. We can experience Anandamaya Koshaha in sleep also, even in Jagrata. But what it will be, so it is Karana Sharira Bhuta Avidyasaha Malinasat. So first we are seeing in Sushupti what happened. How can we experience Anandamaya Koshaha? That's why what I have written, Agnanam, Karana Sharira is nothing but Agnanam only, in where we can feel this Agnanam. So in deep sleep. So when we go to sleep, so again I have written, no identification with gross and subtle body. Again, in deep sleep, problems always with ourselves is because of identification with BMS. If we say, I am Sukhi, I am Dukhi, I am hungry, whatever. This is body ache, knee ache. There are many types of aching. Aching means paining with reference to Sthula Sharira. So we totally forget. Sthul is not experience. And otherwise, in other words, we can say we are free from four kosha. Pancha is Anandmaya. And what are Annam, Prana, Mano, Vijnanmaya? So we are not identify ourselves with this Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanmaya. So whatever notions are connected with these four kosha, this notion also go, every notion will go. What we have seen in sleep, Raja, Rajana Bhavati, Ananda Bhavati. So totally we forget who we are. Even we forget time and space also. So this we forget. It doesn't mean these notions are totally good. This whole notion regarding oneself, I am body, mind, sense, it thus are in avyakta avastha. When we go to sleep, our all problems goes in unmanifest form. Otherwise, they will, I have not written, but let me write. We can say this all are go in avyakta avastha. Vyakta means we can see with five sense organ, but it is goes in avyakta avastha, or I can say is unmanifest form. So totally, that's why we feel happy. If I have leg pain and I go to sleep, we cannot feel leg pain, we are happy. I go to sleep and I have not enough food, still I go to sleep, I forget. I am hungry. So again there goes, even there are full of problem in our mind. This also goes. That's why Anandmaya Kosha, because these all notions are not available in sleep. But that's why I have written, it doesn't mean they are totally go. They all are in avyakta avastha, unmanifest condition. That's why if suppose one hall is full of furniture, and if we switch on, switch off every light in the night, so can we able to see furniture in the darkness? We can't see. But it doesn't mean furniture are absent. They are gone. They are still, but we cannot identify, we cannot see with our charma chakshu. Same way, when we go in sleep, everything are available in body, mind, sense complex, but we are totally not identify. That's why it is not visible. It is not experiencing. That's why it is called Anandmaya. And if light comes, everything will be visible immediately when we wake up. With which problem it goes to sleep, same problem again it manifests. This is called Karana Sharira Bhuta. The same way, four koshas are just as though born in darkness and we cannot identify with this. That's why we are feeling happiness. And that's why people are taking sleeping pills because they feel enjoy, ananda. And why this ananda has given Malina Sattva. They've given the name is Malina Sattva. We have to remember whenever we feel happiness, always it is a Sattva Guna only. So in 17th chapter, so what are the characteristics? I don't know why this is standing here. One. I would like to show something. '89. Because in 14th chapter, all gunas are described in Gita. So this is 14th chapter in front of. So they have written what are the gunas, qualities of Sattva Guna. They have written here. Sukha Sangena Badhanati, Gnana Sangena Badhanati. Whenever we are interested into having knowledge, let me have some gnana, it means your Sattva Guna is predominant. And whenever we feel happy, at that time we have to understand we are have Sattva Guna. So Bhagavan has given, not me. Everything is given, how it works. Sattvam Sukhe Sanjayati. Sattva Guna always connect with us, with Sukha. Rajaha Karmani Sanjayati. In Rajaguna, we are active. And Tamo Guna means Gnanam Avritya Pramada. We become negligence. So this, that's why I would like to say, Malina Sattva. So why Anandmaya Koshaha are called Malina Sattva? So whenever we feel Sukha, Ananda, it must be Sattva Guna. That's why he says what happened in Anandmaya Koshaha. So in deep sleep, two things happen, what I have written. And one thing is, even when we go to sleep, we don't know who we are. Totally we are unknown, and even I don't know what are the objects are available in the world. So both we forget our this body, we forget what is available in front of all Jagat. In same time, if we forget us, then we forget the limitation, tension available in this body. And when this pain goes, the opposite of pain, opposite of unhappiness is what? Happiness only. So that's why this pain, unhappiness, all problems are not available in the sleep. Means in sleep, absence of pain, unhappiness is equal to happiness. And that's why I have shown we feel happiness in Sattva Guna, because Bhagavan has said, always whenever feel happiness, always in Sattva Guna. So, but this experience of Sukham is not because of sleep, Sattva Guna. Whatever we experience in sleep, Ananda, so it is Sattva is covered by Gnana. Tamas, that's why it is called Malina Sattva. Why each and every word is written inside the Shastra, then we have to identify why this word has been used. Malina Sattva means this Sattva is just hidden or covered by our ignorance. Still we experience happiness, is called Malina Sattva. In same way, we experience even Sukham. In Jagrata Avastha also, we are not always unhappy. In Jagrata Avastha, what happened? So our real nature is, I have written here, Ananda Rupa. Because when we go to sleep, at that time all body are not always full and sukshma. So we always feel happy because there is nothing. So we are directly experiencing our own swarupa in sleep, but because of ignorance. That's why it's called Malina Sattva. So our real nature is nothing. Ananda is written. Always we have to be careful, because some people has asked me, if Satyam Gnanam Anantam is our real nature, then why this Ananda is added? This is very, they don't know why they are written Ananda. Actually in Taittiriya it is written Satyam Gnanam Anantam. This need not to again explain, but we say Satyam means existent, Gnanam means consciousness, and Anantam is which is not bound by time, space, and again anything object. This is our real nature. Then what we feel? We feel happiness or unhappiness when we have gnana. Whenever we have gnana, we understand, oh, I am this. I am all pervading. This always gives some, totally unsecurity will go, everything. So that is whatever we experience at that time, not experience, but whenever we understand our real nature, nothing else except me. We can't say it is unhappiness. So what name we can give it? That's why it's given Ananda. So this is our real nature, but when in waking state, we are not identify this Ananda. But some moment it says we are with our real nature. And how it possible? So I have written, when in Jagrata Avastha, nowadays this May is starting, every holidays will come. So this all family are planning where we go in this vacation. They say somewhere, anything, hill station. Nowadays, now all Yatra Dham they consider as a hill station. They have not that much reverence. So when we go, at that time we start feeling, Before that, if we have to start in May, any railway ticket or anything, before May, in April also, we start packing, we start even some snacks, always we start all preparation. At that time, what is going in our mind? We have to go, we have to go, we have to go. And if we sit in, maybe in railway, if we sit in flight, so we have finished everything, whatever we have to prepare for the holidays plan, then we sit and say, oh, why it says, oh, we feel, because for 15 days we are keep on doing preparation for going. But at that time we sit in the railway station or train or everything, this all has gone. Now I have to go that place only. This all preparations tension goes. Immediately this all we say the clouds of the tension goes. Whatever remaining is nothing but our own soul. So only for time being we become happy. That's why when we can be happy, so we are going, not I have just given holidays, but we can go out different places. We can identify all tension goes for time being. Even while seeing some TV shows, some serials, something, now IPL, people are seeing 20 minutes. At that time we forget our tension, everything. So again, our mind connect with our original Swarupa. In movies, even favorite food item. Now Rasgulla, suppose gulab jamun or jalebi. So jalebi. When we keep inside, all for time for 5 minutes, everything goes. It's called in Jagrat Avastha also we feel Ananda. In same way, in the company of favorite any person. Suppose friends are, then we start talking. After long time, if our friend meets and we start talking, so we forget our all problems. After 10 minutes, again it starts. Oh, this is I have problem. Even Jagrat Avastha also, we forget whenever our pain, then always Sachidanand is sitting inside only. This is our real Anand. So our conflict, confusion, stress, limitation, if we forget for time being, whenever our desired object meets, our desires are fulfilled, then for time being we feel happy. Whatever we feel happy is called Anandamaya. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is a long discussion is given. Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati is very well famous line. I don't know, but let me explain a little bit. Atmanahatu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati is a very well famous line. Dialogue between Yagyavalkya and Maitri. So we think we love someone. We think we love our husband, son, daughter, whatever. We love. But in Shastra says, really speaking, no one, we love ourselves. This is because our Swarupa is always to love Ananda Swarupa. And how can we prove that we are not loving? So this is a story, if you heard. There is one businessman. He's a Shweta, one businessman. He has a good bungalow. And his wife has somewhere out. And this businessman has small son who was inside the cradle, sleeping inside the cradle. That much small he was. And somehow, whole house is on fire, starts burning. Having seen my house is burning, that businessman just come out. He said, after some time he realized My son is inside, and almost everything was burning. Then everybody asked, please save my child, he's inside. Everybody says, you go, because if your son is there, you should go. He says, how can I go? I don't know how to go. He didn't go, because even I love my son, but first I love myself. Everywhere, Atmanastu Kamaya, Sarvam Priyam Bhavati. We love, we talk with other people because if person talks with me, then I feel happy. If I eat something, then those all problem will go, my mind will be happy. So in short, nobody loves anybody, we love ourselves. It's called Atmanastu because this is our real nature. Our real nature is Ananda. It is not wrong. It is our real nature, Ananda. And problem is we are seeking Ananda external. So if somebody talks, so time being, this all problems go. Then we start thinking, because this person is my life, that's why I'm happy. It is not like that. In presence of this person, or some problems are subsides. Again, it can come. But Anandaha is not outside, Anand inside also. So Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati. In one thing, if we are okay, we don't have any body, we don't have problem in the mind, shall we visit any doctors? Nowadays, doctor tell me I have no problem. Why no problem? We never go. Because if we are feel happy, this is our real nature. So Ananda is our real nature. If somebody goes in our eye, then we see the doctor and we can say, I cannot able to see. If he has some problem, then we meet doctor and we say, this is the problem. If we don't have any problem, we always happy. Can we complain? Nowadays, I don't know why I'm always happy. We never complain. Why we not complain? Because this is our real nature. But we think Ananda because of some company, Ananda because of some food, Ananda because of some clothes. Everything is because of some external thing, but we don't know. Because always we love our Ananda Swarup. This is the. If we experience Ananda, Shastra says there are three types of Ananda we can experience inside this world. So one is called Priya Vritti, another is called Moda Vritti and Pramoda Vritti. Vritti means thought. Its good name is given in Shastra, Vritti Grana. Any Granam takes place in our mind only. So Vritti is thought only. So we experience first degree of Ananda is called Priya, another is called Moda, and third one is called Pramoda. This is also given in Taittiriya Upanishad. So what are the differences? So I have written, having think of favorite person or object, just only by thinking, we feel happiness inside. It is called Priya Vritti. I have one idea. We write here jalebi. Jalebi, no jalebi. One person loves jalebi. And that person has not eaten for 6 months. Then he starts thinking, how will be the jalebi? If I eat jalebi, gives me lots of ananda. If having a thinking of jalebi, if we feel happiness, is called Priya Vritti. Then if husband is there, then he keep on asking to his wife, prepare jalebi, prepare jalebi. If son is there, he will ask mother, you prepare jalebi. Generally, wife will bring from external, but mother will say, let me try, I will prepare. So if mother says to her son, tomorrow I will prepare jalebi for you. If He understands, oh, tomorrow I will get jalebi, and next day she has prepared jalebi and she keeps in front of the son in his dish. Having seen the sight of jalebi, what we feel, if we love jalebi, it's called modavritti. Second thing. And third one is, if we put inside and just melt, and if we love, that's it, we becomes one with jalebi. It's called pramoda vritti. Everything we experience in our mind. This is jalebi. This is one example. Whatever I have written, mother, son. If son is abroad and he gives WhatsApp, I am coming. My son is coming. Having thought, this give happiness to mother. It's called Kriya Vritti. Then he comes down. He came from flight and mother saw he is coming with luggage. Having seen the sight of his son, what she feels is called Moda Vritti. When she hugs her son, it's called Pramoda Vritti. Still, we experience this. If we can experience Priya Moda Pramoda, these are, we cannot be this Vritti. So Anandamaya Kosha also not Atma, because we experience. When we say, my leg is paining, this is a one word, one sentence. If I say, my leg is paining, what does it mean? I experience paining means this experience and experience, they are different. It will come here, but everything, Anubhav Karta is different from Anubhava. Experience object is always a different from experiencer. So if you are experiencing this all Ananda, it means we are not this is not our real nature. Then why you are saying you are Ananda? It will come. So now this teacher says, Etat Kosha Panchakam. The description of Kosha Panchakam is over. So these all notions regarding this Atma, Atma is Annamaya, Atma is Pranamaya, Atma Manomaya, Atma Vijnanmaya, and last one is Anandamaya. This is called Kosha Panchakam. So now negation. Atma is not Sthula Sukshma Karan Sharira. Atma is not Panchakosha. In Atma is not even three experience state. Then how can we differentiate who am I? So there is a good line is there. We can just chant today. We will see in tomorrow. Madiyam Shariram Madiyaha Pranaha Madiyam Manahacha Madiya Buddhi Madiyam Jnanam Iti Svena Eva Jnayate Tad Yatha Madiyatvena Jnatam Kataka Kundala Gruhadikam Swasmat Pinnam Tatha Panchakoshadikam Madiyatvena Jnatam Atmana Bhavati. This is called reasoning. Anukrama, Upakrama, Upasamhara. What was there? It's Vritti, Anuvritti. There are four things. Arthapatti. No, Arthapatti. What was there? Upapatti, yeah. It's called upapatti. Upapatti means with reasoning, we can prove. With logical reasoning, we can prove we are not this all five kosha. We can prove we are not three sharira. This is called upapatti, reasoning, logical. You will see tomorrow. Only the meaning of madhyam is mind. This is mind. M-I-N is called madhyam. If somebody asks, what is this? We can say this is the clock. Whose clock? Mine. This called mine. What I have given this is but Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. See you at 4 o'clock.